The birth of all creations. Everything in the universe was created through the harmony of heaven and earth. Human beings were also created through this harmony of the universe. Through this harmony, they live. Through this harmony, they die. Everything that has a shape has a lifespan, and everything has a slightly different lifespan depending on harmony. Everything that exists is a dream. Everything that exists lives in its image. Everything arrives and departs of its own accord. Karmic ties are conditions, and such conditions bear forth outcomes. All creations come to the world due to their karmic ties and live according to their karmic ties. And when their karmic ties have been exhausted, they will depart empty-handed. Man has people he longs for, as well as sad and regretful stories, because he is man. Man's life is based on conditions. According to conditions he is born, according to conditions he lives, and according to conditions he departs. When the physical bodies of others disappear, man cries, thinking that they have parted from one another. However, everything is a dream amidst a dream. Everything is a single night's dream. Futility exists because man exists. Sadness exists because man exists. Even the tears man cries due to his affection for someone or something is because his human self exists. Man is unable to let go of such affections that remains in his heart because his mind exists. Such a mind is human nature. When man is no more, his affections do not exist, so long as he harbors his affections in his heart. His mind will be in sorrow. Everything returns to the place from where it will be born, and there it disappears. Thus we say that everything passes on and passes away. The place from where we came is a place in which nothing exists. The place where we will go is a place in which nothing exists. For a person whose body has died while he is alive, amidst the nothingness exists the consciousness. Thus he will become reborn while he is alive and will live forever. He who dies while he is alive will go to paradise. For sure, paradise is a place to be had only for those whose minds have died while he is alive. To a person whose consciousness has been reborn as truth, this universe is the paradise where there is no pain, fear, or sadness. He will live for all eternity, but will not be bored. He will be one with the source, with truth, and so there would be no death. Man's karma is his want-filled mind, the attachments he has come to have due to the existence of his self, and through living his life. Karma and habits are the same. In one's karma are one's habits, and it is from the mind one has lived with that one's habits are created. Only when one abandons those habits can one be reborn in true paradise. Listen, all of you. Everything that has a shape comes to this world due to its karmic ties, lives due to its karmic ties, and disappears due to its karmic ties. That all things will someday disappear once their karmic ties have been fulfilled is the truth among truths. A person who has found the mind, and one who has been reborn as Buddha, divinity, and God, will live for all eternity in heaven. When you have recovered the Jung, body, and Shin, mind, you can make it possible for the dead and for your ancestors to live. In other words, once you have become Buddha, you may allow for them to live. People are ignorant, and so they live their lives bound within themselves. Their consciousnesses are unable to wake up, and so they eventually die. Their delusions become their selves, and so they undergo samsāra. One is reborn depending on one's karma. When we observe how one lives now, we can know the life of one's past. Therefore, how one lives now is how one will live in the future. Time is a thing that exists because man exists. That all things eventually disappear, like the foam of the sea, is truth. Existence and non-existence are one. When one recovers his Jung and Shin from within the non-existence and is reborn, when the regrets and bitterness of one's life become truth, when one no longer has any regrets and bitterness, then one will live with the blessing of blessings, heaven's blessing. Such a person is a wise person. A foolish person is one who accumulates delusions on this earth, delusions that he cannot take with him. They are his attachments, and because of them he will die. But a person whose consciousness is truth even after death, whose consciousness has been born in heaven, is one who will live in heaven. He is one who has accumulated his heavenly blessings in heaven, and so he lives forever. He will do so with those blessings. Death, in which there is wisdom, is not death. A person who has no wisdom will eventually die. Wisdom is the source of all creations. In other words, it is the state of God and Buddha. This state is both omniscient and omnipotent. It is omniscient, for it knows everything. It is omnipotent, for everything has come forth from this state. Thus, death in which there is wisdom is not death. A person who has no wisdom will eventually die. Wisdom is the source of all creations. In other words, it is the state of God and Buddha. This state is both omniscient and omnipotent. It is omniscient, for it knows everything. It is omnipotent, for everything has come forth from this state. Thus, it is from it that all creations come forth through the harmony of the universe. Listen, all of you. Only those who have entered into true paradise while they are alive will live in true paradise. May you cleanse and eliminate your mind and body, so that we may enter into the state in which there is no life or death. May you realize the place you must come to once you have died. Those of you who die but have wisdom will know where to go. You will know your true self, and you will know what it means to be alive. Thus, you will not cry. But those who have no wisdom think that the absence of image is death. The consciousness that knows that the image lives and that it is both existent and non-existent is the consciousness that is Buddha, God, and divinity. So may you cast away your old rags,